Today, we have a total body 15-minute afterburn session that's going to get that heart rate up. It's knee friendly, and the best part of all, it's going to keep that metabolism up for the next 24 to 48 hours. Let's go.
You're blessing me every day.
Hi, I'm Clinton, and welcome to another Empower Fit workout where we're here to help you become the best version of yourself. Now, today, Afterburn. We know when we bring Afterburn, we're bringing the heat. All right, so what we've got in store today is 5 rounds of 90 seconds worth of work with 60 seconds of either active rest or complete rest. That's up to you. Now, in terms of the movements, where there's a little bit involved, so we'll go through those movements individually, but all you need to understand is that when we Afterburn, we cook with gas. So bring it today. All right, so let's go through these movements. Rightio, our first movement is our sumo deadlift. Now the key elements here with the sumo is you take a wide stance, make sure your thighs are tracking with your toes, and you're keeping your back straight. They're the preeminent pieces there. We just keep our back straight, our thighs are pointing where our toes are, and we're really sinking those hips back, so it's a real hip hinge. Our next movement is the devil's press. Now with the devil's press, there's really 2 pieces to this one. We have a burpee, followed by a ground to overhead with our dumbbells. Now what you'll notice is as I'm doing these devil's presses here, I have the dumbbells out wide so my chest can fit in between, and then when I jump my feet forward, my feet land outside the dumbbells, upon which I really drive up through the heels, use that leg and hip movement to initiate the movement there and get it overhead. So same principles, keep your back straight, keep things locked out, and you will be good to go. Now if you need to step these in, make the burpees easier, that's fine. That's cool, step in and out as you need. Right, so we're going to kick things off in T-minus 10 seconds. All right, so what are we looking at here? We're going to start off, like we say, Afterburn. It's about cooking with gas. All right, so we're going to start off, keep technically proficient. And green for go. All right, so we have 20 sumo deadlifts. All right, let's keep our back nice and straight. Let's drive our weight through our heels. Let's keep those thighs tracking with the toes and just get into a nice smooth rhythm of hips going back, keeping the shins vertical. Alright, so as you start to bang out those 20 reps, start to get ready for these devil's press, because listen, the devil's press is where the workout is really broken, I guess, or made or won or lost. So what we want to try and do here is we're going to have about, for most people, we're going to have somewhere around that 45 seconds to that minute mark of devil's press. So you just want to try and pace yourself, but we need to be conservatively aggressive. We don't want to pace ourselves too much that we feel like, hey, we're sticking in the aerobic play zone, because we're not going to create that afterburn effect, a little thing called EPOC. What we do need to do is we need to pace ourselves and go at a speed that we know is not going to be sustainable. We know that, hey, well listen, in 20 seconds time, we're going to want to have a stop. We're going to want to catch our breath. So you need to be short of breath here. So keep pushing through. You've got 15 seconds. I need you to work, but make sure you're still locking out that back as you start to pull those dumbbells off the ground. All right, so keep the back locked out. 7 more seconds, 4 more seconds, and bang. All right, good. Round 1 done. Round 1 done. So what we're going to have, you're going to have the opportunity to just do some bent over rows if you feel like you want that extra work. Listen, if you're looking at it and saying, nah, I'm dead on my feet, cool, give it a break. If you are doing the bent over rows, again, it's a really challenging lower back exercise as well as upper back. Really try and squeeze your shoulder blades as close together as possible. Look after the back. All right, so get 8 to 12 of those reps out, and then use the rest of the time as recovery. All right, let's suck in the big ones. We're going to get back into it in 20 seconds time, and I need you to get after it again. So smooth with your sumo deadlifts. All right, so we've got 20 of those. All right, 15 seconds. All right, make your way over to the dumbbells. We are kicking things off in T-minus 3, 2, 1. All right, you know the drill. Hands on those dumbbells. Hip hinge, tight back. Let's go. Nice and fast. We're keeping smooth movement. It's predominantly that hip hinge. That wider stance means that we're not going to push into too deep a knee flexion here. We want to use our glutes, our butt muscles, our butte. We want to use our lower back. We want to use our hamstring. All right, so really drive the hips back and keep the back straight. Now, as you know, it's going to take us approximately, ballpark, 30-ish seconds to get through these reps if we're doing it nice and smooth. And then we're going to spend the bulk of our time doing these devil's presses. Now, they're called devil's press for a reason, because they are straight from the devil himself. All right, so keep your feet out wide, thighs track with the toes, back straight, and drive through. Okay, we've got 40 seconds to go. 40 seconds, so again, just keep it smooth. It's not rocket science, but remember, we have to get to the point in which we are leaning well out of that comfort zone. Just a little bit out of the comfort zone, we like to say is, hey, that's our sweat session. These afterburns, we have to push well out of the comfort zone, as far as we can manage without the technique falling apart. All right, so we've got 15 seconds, so I want you to really put in a bit of an effort for the last 15. We've got 10 seconds now. There's potentially at least one more of these. One more if you can claw it out. Back locked out, find it, and well done. That is 2 rounds done. All right, so the nature of the second round, done correctly, your first round, you're out of breath. Your second round, you didn't fully recover. And so you've gone at a pace that, hey, well, listen, you're now a little bit more fatigued, even more fatigued than the first round. That means that we're going at a pace that is not aerobic. We couldn't do this all day. We've got a finite, only a handful of rounds that we can manage. So that's how this workout is done. That's how we create this afterburn effect, where we spike our metabolism. But the key to it is you have to earn that right. You have to earn the right. So if you're feeling uncomfortable, good, that's what we need. All right, we got 20 seconds, then we are back into it again. So you're doing well. You're doing well. These are the tough sessions, but they're also the rewarding ones. 10 seconds. All right, shake it off. A few deep breaths. Let's step into the dumbbell. You got 5 seconds. And away we go. Lock out the back. Hip hinge. Squeeze through the glutes. Squeeze through the hamstring. I want you squeezing the butt. Squeeze the hamstring. We are going for smooth repetitions here. Let's just get this stuff done. Get it done. All right, get your 20 reps done. Give yourself as much time as possible with these devil's presses. All right, so that's our whole objective. Get to the devil's press. All right, so if you're doing it consistently at this pace, like the sumo deadlifts, you should be pretty stock standard on these. You should be holding pace relatively well. It's going to be the devil's press that you're going to have to adjust your workout tempo at. So if you're absolutely dead, slow it down. All right, just pace it accordingly. But we need you staying out of that comfort zone, as far out of that comfort zone as you can manage with good technique. All right, we've got 30 seconds on the clock. 30 seconds. So your job is to keep moving. I want you finishing this round strong, because this round and the next round are the 2 most important rounds. All right, they're the 2 most important rounds. They're the ones that will generally make or break our session. So we want to finish strong. Come on, we got 15 seconds. There's potentially 1, maybe 2 more reps. Come on, we've got 7 seconds to go. Claw out 1 more rep if it's there. Down and up. Find it. And well done. Good. 3 done. All right, so catch your breath. Catch your breath again. Keep moving around. Now, you may have started with a bent over rows, and that's cool. That's cool. If you need to have a bit of a break from them, there's no harm, no foul there. Listen, if you're feeling okay and you want to do that extra strength work, by all means go for it. But only do it if it's not taking away from the intensity of the devil's press. All right, so only do this afterburn. Boom, yeah, all right, yeah, I'm clever. Good, 3 into 2. All right, so lock out that back. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. All right, as tight as you can, as tight as you can. Now, recognize fatigue is going to be a factor on these, so you may need to adjust. You may have started with 12, you may need to drop back to 8, or you may need to have a break. No judgment. Hey, no one's watching. No one's watching, but you know. And secretly, you know I know. All right, we've got 7 seconds. Let's gear it up. Round number 4. This is the money round. We want to make hay while the grass grows. Let's go. Straight into it. 20 reps. Again, aim to get through this portion at exactly the same time as your previous 3 rounds. Keep it fast. Keep it smooth. Adjust the tempo on those devil's presses. That's where we work through the intensity and regulate the pace. On these ones, we want it to look smooth. We want it to look consistent. Straight back. Thighs tracking with the toes. weight on the heels. And if I don't mind saying, that is a mighty fine specimen on screen. That is good technique. This happens to be a little strength of mine. Not so much the devil's press, I'll admit. I don't like these ones. That's okay. The magic, the secret, is doing the stuff that you're not liking. Why? Because they're generally the stuff that you're not good at. And the stuff that you're not good at is where the real magic happens. When you develop that, you find you get a bigger physiological response when we do the stuff that we're not good at, the stuff that we don't normally do. So I want you to keep working hard at locking out the back. If this is not a strength for you, lean into it. That's an opportunity. The things that you're not strong at, they're the things you want to embrace. Come on, we've got 20 seconds. I want at least three more. At least three more. Use your hips. Keep that back locked out. Come on, we've got 12 seconds. There's enough time for two more. If we get our skates on. Now, listen, if you're powering through this, you could do an extra one or two. We've got 5 seconds. Get to the lockout overhead before the death bell. And we are looking strong. That was solid. Like I say, round 3 and round 4, they're the ones that we generally roll over. They're the ones that most people play dead in. They pull out the old possum trick and they talk themselves out of it. They focus on how much they've got to go and how hard it is, rather than just focusing and staying in the moment. Like, it's a huge superpower. If you can develop your ability to just stay in the moment and focus on the here and now, you'll be amazed at how much easier you can start to plow through sessions. Because we play a lot of games and tricks on ourselves when we start looking too far ahead. All right, we have 20 seconds to go, and then we are hitting our final round. All right, 20 seconds, then we hit round number 5. So from this end, you've done so well. Like, you've done so well to get through 4 rounds. Like, this is tough training. This is tough training. I don't care how fit you are. This will demoralize anyone based on any fitness level. All right, so let's get after it for our last round. Let's throw caution to the wind. Red time. Gloves are off. No holds barred. Just see what you can do. See if you can surprise yourself. Put up a special number on this last one. Get a few more devil's presses. Let's get through these sumo deadlifts at the same pace, and then just see what's left in the tank. Come on, we're creeping down. We've got a minute 10. Like I say, we want to get through these devil's presses in around about the 30-second mark, give or take. Depending on the weight, if you got a little bit heavier, listen, we'll give you a little bit of leeway. If you're going a little bit lighter, hey, let's cook it. Come on, 50 seconds. Let's put up a special effort for the final round and keep mechanically precise. Straight back. Thighs tracking with the toes. Use your hips and drive up on those ground to overheads. Alright, now if you need to step your burpees, like I say, there's no judgment on this. If you don't go all the way down and you're doing up downs or bodybuilders, that's cool too, because I know you're working hard. You're out of your comfort zone and you're exactly where you need to be. This is exactly what you need to be feeling right now. So the harder it is, the more you lean into it. Let's grit our teeth, tie a knot in that rope and hang on for the last 15 seconds, because I know there's at least 2 more reps, maybe more. All right, let's find it for the last 10 seconds. Come on, there's at least 1 more. Find it. Come on, finish strong. Go all the way through. And boom, there we are. Good job. All right, so we still have this final 60 seconds of devil's press, if you are so inclined. Oh, sorry, not devil's press. Our bent over rows. So if you're going for that one, hit it up. Lock out that back. Do what you need to do. You know the drill. Maintain really good mechanics. As I was saying, it's at this stage of the game. Well, listen, the hard work is done. This is just a little bit of icing on the cake. But I just want to say, stellar job. This is bloody hard training, and you've nailed it. You've got to this point. You've done the work. All right. You don't sit here and watch this video unless you're doing the work. So I just want to say, great job. We're going to sign out again. Virtual high fives. Let's go for it. Enjoy it. Do your full body recovery, and we will catch you again tomorrow for a slightly different session. But well done.